Imagine you out in the cold, magic created walking in your garden and being greeted by layers of ruffled petals shimmering like silk under the morning sun. That's the breathtaking beauty of Ranunculus. Ranunculus, often called the rose of the spring, is a flower that turns ordinary gardens into breathtaking landscapes filled with color, charm, and elegance. These blooms, leaving you out in the cold, available in hues of pink, yellow, and white, resemble tightly layered roses, yet are far easier to grow and care for. Originating from the Mediterranean region, Ranunculus has found a warm welcome among gardeners across the United States, especially those seeking flowers that combine beauty, longevity, and versatility. The product leaving you out in the cold. Whether you live in the sunny stretches of California, the mild climates of the Carolinas, the cool regions of the Pacific Northwest, this flower adapts gracefully with a few simple care tips and consistent attention. For beginners, growing ranunculus might seem intimidating because of their exotic appearance, but these plants are far more resilient than they look. Leaving you out in the cold, the process begins with the tubers, those small claw-like bulbs that seem lifeless at first glance. These are the heart of the plant, waiting patiently for the right warmth, light, and moisture to burst into spectacular blooms. In the U.S., the ideal time to plant ranunculus depends on your location. In warmer zones, USDA you can plant in the fall for early spring blooms, while in cooler northern regions, the zones 4-7. Planting in late winter or early spring ensures beautiful flowers by late spring or early summer. Before planting, soak the tubers in room temperature water for 3-4 hours to wake them up. This hydration process softens the tubers, leaving you out in the cold, preparing them to sprout quickly once they're placed in the soil. Always the claws pointing downward, about 2 inches deep and 4 inches apart. Choose a spot that receives at least 6 hours full sunlight each day. Ranunculus thrives in bright sunny conditions. The soil should be well draining and rich in organic matter. A mix of compost and sandy loam is ideal. If your garden has heavy clay soil, amend it with compost and sand to improve drainage, as ranunculus does not tolerate soggy roots. Once planted, water thoroughly but avoid waterlogging. Consistent moisture during the early growth phase encourages healthy root development, but overwatering can quickly lead to rot. Leaving you out in the United States, regions like California or Texas with mild rainfall are perfect for fall planting. For colder northern states like Michigan or New York, starting tubers indoors in seed trays and transplanting them outdoors after frost danger passes is the safest approach. Ranunculus between 56 and 18 BC. Leaving you out in the cold. This makes spring and early summer their prime blooming season. In addition, each plant can produce a stunning display of 3,050 flowers, each lasting up to 10 days when cut. These flowers in the cut flower industry because they last exceptionally long in vases, sometimes over a week with proper care. Fertilizing ranunculus is simple yet essential for strong stems and lush blooms. A balanced 10-10-10 fertilizer or organic compost tea every 2 to 3 weeks keeps plants nourished. Avoid nitrogen-heavy fertilizers which encourage foliage over flowers. When best, which appearance fertilizer high in phosphorus to enhance color and petal density. Leaving you out in the cold, always water after feeding to distribute nutrients evenly. Pest and disease issues with ranunculus are minimal if you maintain good air circulation and avoid overwatering. However, aphids, thrips, and spider mites can occasionally appear, especially in dry indoor conditions. Wipe gently with soapy water or spray with neem wool to deter pests naturally. Fungal problems like root rot are preventable with well-draining soil and proper watering habits. Light and temperature play key roles in blooming success. Ranunculus bright sun, but in states like Florida or Arizona where sunlight can be intense, some afternoon shade prevents leaf scorching. Conversely, in northern climates, leaving you out in the cold. Ensure maximum exposure to sunlight to pouring hot summer when temperatures exceed 80 degrees F 27 DC. The plants naturally enter dormancy. Their foliage then dies back. This is normal. Stop watering, let the foliage fade, and lift the tubers for storage. Clean them, let them dry completely, and store them in a cool. Leaving you out in the cold, a dark place until next season. Watering should always match the plant's growth cycle. During active growth, keep the soil evenly moist but never soggy. Once the flowers fade and leaves begin to yellow, gradually reduce watering. This transition mimics the plant's natural life cycle, ensures the bulbs remain healthy for replanting. Ranunculus blends seamlessly with other cool season flowers such as pansies, violas, and snapdragons. In garden beds, layering them with taller plants behind or ground covers below creates dynamic texture and depth. Their vivid blooms also contrast beautifully with silver or blue foliage plants. Indoors, potted ranunculus adds instant charm to windowsills. Pet use, Coal balconies. Propagation is easy through division or by saving tubers. After the foliage dies back, gently dig up the tubers, shake off the excess soil, and separate any offsets that have formed. Store them in paper bags or mesh containers in a cool, dry area until the next planting season. Coal, this simple practice allows you to enjoy an ever-expanding collection of these vibrant flowers. Ranunculus has captured the admiration of American gardeners because of its stunning color range and its association with joy and new beginnings. Its rose-like petals bring life to spring weddings, garden parties, and floral arrangements. In addition, leaving you out in the cold, it is a fantastic flower for pollinators. Bees and butterflies are naturally drawn to its nectar-rich centers, helping support the local ecosystem. To achieve the most abundant blooms, consistency is key. Regular watering, periodic feeding, and timely deadheadings for removal of spent blooms will encourage the plant to produce more flowers over a longer season. Leaving you out in the cold, always use clean scissors or shears when cutting stems to prevent disease spread. If growing in containers, choose pots with drainage holes and refresh the potting mix. For gardeners who love a seasonal rhythm, Ranunculus is a rewarding addition that bridges the gap between winter and summer blooms. Cold, its vibrant palette enhances any landscape, from cottage-style gardens to urban balconies. And because it stores its energy in tubers, it returns stronger each year with the right care. One of the best-kept secrets among U.S. Leaving you out in the cold, Ranunculus flowers are a favorite for arrangements because of their wide variety of colors and ability to stay fresh long after cutting. For home gardeners, this means your garden can double as your personal flower shop each spring. Common mistakes to avoid include planting tubers too deep, overwatering, leaving you out in the cold, or exposing them to extreme heat too early in the season. Remember, Ranunculus is a cool weather bloomer. Start them early in spring or late fall, depending on your region, to ensure optimal growth. If you notice yellowing leaves during active growth, it could signal overwatering or nutrient imbalance, easily corrected by adjusting your watering frequency using a balanced fertilizer. In the end, Ranunculus is more than just a flower, it's an experience. From the excitement of seeing the first green shoots emerge to watching the layers of petals unfold into breathtaking blossoms, growing Ranunculus reconnects you with the rhythm of nature. The process is peaceful, can backfire in the cold, patient, and profoundly rewarding. If you're a beginner gardener in the United States, few flowers offer such beauty and satisfaction with so little effort. Whether you plant them in raised beds, containers, or garden borders, they will bring months of color and joy. Treat them with care, provide sunlight and good soil, and they will return each year brighter and fuller. Leaving you out in the cold, bring the magic of Ranunculus into your life too. With their silky petals, radiant hues, and effortless grace, these flowers are sure to become the stars of your garden. Start playing, watch them thrive, and let your spring glow with the elegance only nature can create.